OVRDark, a do not open story, is a puzzle horror game in VR. I'll be going over what it offers to help you decide if this is one for you. Let's start this review by saying I've not played Do Not Open and I understood the story for this game, so if you haven't played the previous entry in this series, don't worry too much. However, after finishing this game, I can safely say I'm more intrigued in trying the first one. First off, the game does have a story. You play as George, who travels to see his friend Michael for his research and to check on him and his family. When you get there, nothing is as it should be and a horrifying turn of events has taken place. You will have to survive this nightmare to recover the research for this deadly infection. Overall, the story and setting is great. Gameplay wise, this is a puzzler at heart with a very well done horror layer. You will have to explore areas to gather items to complete various puzzles and tasks, all while dealing with Michael and other jump scares along the way. The puzzles are very reminiscent to old school Resident Evil, in which you will have to move objects and place items to open doors. Some are easier than others, but during intense moments they can be a little bit difficult. As for the horror, it's truly terrifying. There will be moments when you have to sneak past Michael or stay still as he'll be watching you. As well as this, there will also be times when he chases you. These all offer some truly horrifying moments as well as some perfectly timed jump scares. The graphics look amazing and the overall aesthetic and atmosphere of the mansion is creepy and unsettling. Everything looks great. As for the performance, I've had no issues and it ran as intended with no frame drops or crashes. Now for the settings, there is smooth and snap turning but no teleportation movement, which with a game like this it makes sense. You're also able to play the game seated and I've had no issues in doing so. Now for what I didn't like, there really wasn't much that I'd change. However, I think adding a mode that allows for some guidance would be good for some players, as if you get a little bit lost you'll be left wandering around. I will add that prior to the most recent patch there was an item that didn't spawn for a door to open. However, I believe this may have been due to my save being from a previous build of the game, so you shouldn't encounter this issue. For any trophy hunters out there, I'm happy to say the game does have a platinum and may require multiple playthroughs if you miss anything or don't do a non-save and no death run on your first time. Overall, OVRDark is by far one of the best horror experiences I've had in VR. From the general gameplay to the scares, it's superb. The puzzles vary in difficulty and some did offer moments that I didn't know what to do. There is also a good amount of replayability, especially if you want to go for the trophies, as there are some missable objects along the way. I know some people prefer horror games where you have a weapon, but I feel having nothing to defend myself really heightened the scare factor to this one. So, should you get this game? Well, if you want a truly terrifying horror experience in VR, then this is it. However, if you don't want to be scared, then I say avoid this one. Personally for me, this is one of the greatest horror games I've played and I haven't felt this unsettled in a horror game since Resident Evil 7. This concludes my review of OVRDark, a do not open story. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to stick around as I intend on covering all PSVR2 games, therefore you'll see the new releases as well as the old. Thanks for watching.